Let
Yes.
me hit the cough medicine.
All right, hit the cough medicine.
John, you might want to pan down just a little bit. We're just you seem kind of low.
Okay, hold on a second.
Inhale.
We want to see some of your chest.
Yeah. Want to see my Daredevil shirt?
Hey, that's a cool shirt.
I got a mention on that one today. So yeah, I'm kind of limited because for whatever reason, all the good chairs, the cats take all the good chairs. Yeah.
That's where you kick them out.
Check out Scott with the friggin'. He's got a drum set in the back and everything.
Dude.
All he needs is like a passed out roadie and like a group somewhere in back too. He's like living the whole rock star lifestyle. It's like
I have a guitar hanging on my friggin' wall.
And a lava lamp.
And a lava lamp.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
But
So,
you're right.
so
Scott looks cool.
Who wants to go first? Because I know Tony's got Johnny Cash hurt. Oops.
It's okay. We'll just announce our songs as we do them.
There we go.
Everyone will chip in. It's
Right.
just a matter of who wants to go first.
Right.
Now, since you've revealed me, I'll go first.
Right.
Tony should go first.
All right.
Now that it's been revealed.
Oh, the topic of today's is like cover songs that we think are better than the originals.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Yes.
And I picked Hurt, Johnny Cash's version of Hurt, originally recorded, everyone knows, by Nin. 9 Inch Nails, which is an excellent version.
Wait a minute. Can I stop us just for a minute? This is my friend Scott.
Hi,
He's
Scott.
joining us as a guest star today.
Yes.
I'm Scott.
Scott's from Mud Blossom and the Mail Club. That's his band. But he's also
I like the name. Cool name.
Spud
Thanks.
and countless others. He does
Can
his
you
own
say the
solo
name of the
stuff.
first band again?
Go ahead, Scott.
Well, so there's Mud Blossom and the Mail Club.
Nice.
And
Cool name.
Uncle Spud is the other one.
What kind of stuff do you guys do?
Mud Blossom is kind of like indie rock with psychedelic elements thrown in there. It's kind of like whatever I want. Some of it's kind of show tuney, some of it's kind of hillbilly, some of it's like
Nice.
so
Nice.
it's just kind of random.
I love when they friggin' pick those bands and they do something like a AC/DC song or something, man. That's always friggin' cool.
Yeah.
This is the podcast you're looking for then, Scott, I think, because we're definitely like, there's no rhyme or reason to it at all. We're just, having fun, having a good conversation and,
Yeah, that sounds
John
perfect
didn't
to
hear
me.
his voice for a while, so he had to say something.
Can I interject for 1 minute and then I'll be quiet? I noticed like editing the last video, like, holy shit, do I ramble a lot.
Do you? I have never noticed that.
And the
We all
funny
do.
thing about it is too, when I'm editing
You left me a voice message that was like 20 minutes long.
the funny thing is when I edit myself too, it's like I don't see myself as myself as like, oh, why didn't I shut up here? I'd be like, Jesus, John, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Yeah, you get it. So
Okay, but I was talking to Scott. I was trying to get him to get his name of the band up there and everything, and then you had to make it about Johnny.
He's making me comfortable. He's making me comfortable.
We already talked about you here. Oh,
All right, go ahead with 9 Inch Nails. I'm sorry,
All
Nin.
right. Nin.
Yeah.
Nin.
That's actually, I like that version. I do like that version. I think that's a great friggin' version of the song. I didn't say a song, except no. Because he said that once Johnny Cash recorded him, it wasn't his song anymore.
Did you get that off Wikipedia?
Yeah, I did. I Wikipedia this one, yeah. Decided to actually do some research this time instead of just going, I picked a song, I like it. So anyway, the Johnny Cash version fucking is awesome, I think. I think it is Johnny Cash's song now. And the video is heartbreaking.
Yeah, when we talked about it earlier in the week, I watched them both back to back, and I think you picked a good one because Johnny Cash really did it justice.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I like sonically, I like where the original goes. It has a lot of really cool elements.
Yeah.
But Johnny's is just the conviction in it is a lot more.
Yeah.
There's something about it that he made it a totally different song, I feel like.
You could feel his pain when he sang that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go, Johnny.
I have heard interviews where at that point he'd gotten so old and he was so sick, like he kind of, he knew his time was coming up really, really soon. So he picked that song specifically because it's like, hey guys, I'm dying. It's like, it was kind of like his swan song to, which is pretty poignant.
Oh, we lost Tony.
We got him.
Now he's back. Now you guys change places on my screen.
I shouldn't be scrolling through the freaking settings when I'm.
Quit watching porn. Can you quit watching porn for a few minutes?
You know what it is? That Johnny started to talk again, so I lose track.
Tony checks out of the podcast as soon as I
I'm sorry. Did you have something
I'm gonna go
to
get
say?
a drink.
You have something to say? I don't know.
No,
It's okay.
I do have to say though, Johnny Cash, he did a whole bunch of covers. I think he also did a cover of Rusty Cage by Soundgarden on that same. I think the same album, but I could be.
He's done so many covers anyway.
Yeah.
He did the Redemption song. That was really good. Bob Marley's Redemption song.
Yeah, he's done a couple of Bob Dylan tunes, and him and Willie would always trade in songs back and forth. Willie Nelson's a better singer in my opinion.
Well, Johnny Cash is more of an attitude. Like
Icon.
Yeah.
He's like kind of like the hillbilly Mick Jagger, if you will.
Good analogy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
Who's going next now?
What's that?
Who's going next?
I don't know. So I want Scott to go before me, or me to go before Scott, because we're both doing Hendrix songs. So
You want me to go next? We'll save you guys for last.
there you go. That'll work.
All right. The song I chose is "Hazy Shade of Winter," and the cover is by the Bangles. Of course, it was originally done by Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, but the Bangles did it for that movie. What's the name of the movie there?
Less Than Zero.
Less Than Zero. Yes, thank you.
I actually had the soundtrack.
Yeah, and they sped up the tempo a little bit, and I just think it rocks out. I think it's a fantastic cover. One of my favorite covers. And this was a hard one because I think there's a lot of cover versions of songs that are better than the originals. So it was tough to choose just one. But
Yeah.
and as much as I like Simon and Garfunkel's "Hazy Shade of Winter," but I just think the Bangles own it now. So
See, now I don't like. I do not like the Simon and Garfunkel version, and I do like the other one. Simon Garfunkel has some good songs, but that was not one of their best.
Bridge over trouble.
I was thinking more like.
Belt it out, John. Belt it out.
Yeah. Down on you. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Cecilia.
Dive in anytime, Scott, with a Simon and Garfunkel rendition.
I don't have any renditions. I think I like their version better, honestly. And I listened to the Bangles one first to get hopefully the reverse effect, so I could agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I think.
All right, so you want to be wrong, is what you're saying.
So I think you're absolutely right. It rocks a lot harder, but maybe that's just not what I was looking for when I listened to it. So then I heard the other one, and I was like, okay, this is kind of toned down in a good way. But maybe tomorrow I'd listen to the Bangles version and be like, this one's way better. So I think it's just the tone difference on my mood, maybe.
All right.
And Simon and Garfunkel are probably like, at least our generation were probably, I'd been listening to them in diapers. My parents had like all that stuff would just be blasting through the house.
Oh yeah, my mother loved them.
Yeah.
But dad, not so much.
We should point out that John is wearing diapers now.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Well, I'm close. I'm getting it. So, but yeah, I personally that movie Less Than Zero had one of my '80s crushes in it, Jamie Gertz. I don't know if you guys remember her.
Oh,
Yeah, she was cute.
She was like really she was in a lot of '80s movies, but much like Phoebe Cates and some of the others, she never really
She's also aged well.
Yeah, has she?
She has.
Yeah, so good. So
I haven't seen her, I don't think, since that movie. Can't think of anything I've seen her in.
There was a couple things she was in. She was in a TV show.
She did 2 TV shows.
What's that?
There were 2 TV shows.
Was she
Remember the one with the alien neighbors?
Alien Neighbors?
I think more recent. I mean, you're gonna have to Google it, man. I don't know the name of the movie show.
I don't remember that one. So yeah, there was some. They tried to put any kind of programming up for TV back in like the late '80s and early '90s. Like I just remember just being like, kind of like cocking my head to the side. Like I just didn't get it. Like I think they started running out of ideas and you know their technology. I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to start hating myself in the editing right now because I'm about to go off on a tangent. So,
Editing begins at home.
all right.
So, all right. What did you think, Tony? What did you think of my choice?
I think I like the Bangles version better myself. Like I said, I love Simon and Garfunkel, but I don't like that song.
Okay, so all right.
It's not that the song was written bad. It was a well done song. I just don't like their particular version of it.
Okay.
I like the Bangles. And I
like the Bangles too.
I don't know many Bangles songs, but that one I know.
Yeah, I know a handful, but I think they're an underrated band. They were competing with the Go-Go's, and that's just a losing proposition.
The Go-Go's were probably overrated, and then they, you know, oh my God, my brother used to love listening to Belinda Carlisle.
I disagree. I love the
Adam's gonna kill me, but he just went through a phase of listening to Belinda Carlisle. He was in love with Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah, she was when she broke off from the group, she had like a couple of really good albums back to back. She had quite a bit of success. But I love the Go-Go's. I will always. Go-Go's are
fun. It was fun.
Oh, like a great pop band. No. Good songwriters too.
All right, we haven't heard from Scott for a while. Scott, why don't you tell us about your choice?
Okay, this was hard for me to narrow it down because, like you said, Dave, there are so many options for like really good covers.
Yeah.
But I went with All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix version, because well, when I was looking at it, it was hard to be sure I wanted this one because the Bob Dylan version is so lyric focused, and I like that in a way, and I like that it's sort of subdued. And then Jimmy's version is so like drenched in sound that it's just a totally different kind of cool.
Monster guitar.
Yeah. Some fantastic guitar work on that song.
What did you say, Tony? You're mumbling.
Yeah, no, I am mumbling. Sorry, I was talking off screen.
No.
I'm smoking over here.
I like I personally like Jimmy's ability to like he just went after it. You know what I mean? It's like that's the best way I can put it. Like there have been times when I've been playing the guitar where it's like you just say, oh, screw it, and you go after it. And it seemed like Jimmy just was able to unload that all the time. Like he was always able to go after it and get it. Like there's like Voodoo Child. It's just when you hear it, it's I was first turned on. There was a movie and there was a riot scene that had broken out in Northern Ireland, and Voodoo Child was playing, and it was just perfect. Like, it's he just gets it. It's like he's a savage with it, and it's like really like he just goes for it, and he nails it every time. And I think that All Along the Watchtower, you kind of get the idea that it's like there's like a prison riot's about to break out because of just the way he's playing it. You know, lyrically, Dylan's version, you hear, oh, we're stuck. You know, we're in jail. This sucks. What are we gonna do? And then in Hendrix's version, it's like we're gonna riot. We're gonna break out. You know, it's I think, you know, Dylan asks the question and Jimmy seems to like provide the answer. So, you know.
Oh yeah, and Bob said that he has the definitive version of that song as well. So that's another example of the original artist saying that's their song now. So I mean, if that's not evidence, then I don't know what is.
Right.
But you're absolutely right. Like a lot of times when I'm playing the guitar, I'm like just kind of getting by, and it's like, okay, I know this is gonna work. But Jimmy's, it's like he didn't care if it was gonna work. He was just gonna do as much as he could, and it still worked somehow. It's just crazy.
It's like,
so many people owe Bob Dylan so much as far.
Oh yeah, the Birds,
the Birds, Joni Mitchell.
Yeah,
everybody.
It's huge. It's huge. Yeah.
So does that mean I'm up?
I guess you're up.
Hold on, guys. I just wanted to mention that there was a really excellent version All Along the Watchtower by Neil Young that you might want to check it out.
Neil Young.
He does a pretty, I think it is a live video on YouTube. It's friggin'
okay.
long.
I'll have to check that out.
And he's not the guitarist Jimi Hendrix is, obviously.
No, you're not looking for that Neil
He can
though.
hold his own.
I love Neil Young. It's like he's like Crosby, Stills and Nash, not a big fan. CSNY, big fan.
Yeah.
It's like he just adds so much to that band. It's like they got great harmonies and stuff, but he's like he's just a better songwriter. You know, he's creative. I love the fact that he's like he doesn't take anyone's shit and stuff. It's like I really like, you know, I love that outlaw rock. You know,
he's an American citizen now.
What was he, Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know. Hold on.
So John, what was your song?
I picked Little Wing by Stevie Ray Vaughan. No. All right.
Do you know how much planning and thought went into that?
Oh my God.
Very little.
I'm just sorry we didn't get a hold of Scott before the meeting.
Yeah, we should have gotten you in there, Scott. I'm sorry.
Really, really
Next
fun.
time.
Oh, all right. I could do this podcast by myself.
You pretty much do.
But for me, it was easy. I remember when I first heard Stevie's version of Little Wing, there was no lyrics to it whatsoever. But Stevie's another one who just goes for it and kind of gets it, you know, and he does it in a different way than Hendrix does.
Yeah.
And I think he's a phenomenal guitar player. He extended the like it just seems like he played that version forever. I think Hendrix's version is under 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
And then, but Stevie's is, I'm getting my Jimmys and my Stevies mixed up. But Stevie's is, it's a pretty long version.
I think it's like 6.5 or something like that.
Something like that. And he's just, you know, I mean, a lot of it is just him doing like hammer-ons for like a half an hour and stuff like that. It just sounds so like good. And I don't know if it's that SRV Strat that he has, or if it's just his technique, or what it is. But he's just
that Strat definitely has a good sound to it. I mean, that he played it almost exclusively.
Yeah. It's just he's just got such a great tone, and he's such a great guitar player, and you know, and all that as well. And I know that if anybody, I think Hendrix would have respected someone like a Jimmy or someone like a Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh yeah,
taking one of his signature songs. And I mean Little Wing itself was like a huge song as well. It's like it was recorded through a Leslie speaker, and they did all this weird shit in the studio to make it sound the way that it sounded. And I just think that, you know, take something on like that sonically and be able to pull it off, I mean, it's you got to take your hat off to Stevie for that one.
Yeah, not a lot of people could do that.
Oh yeah. So.
To take a guitar song of Jimi Hendrix and play guitar.
Yeah.
And try to match it or beat it, which
Right.
in John's opinion he did. I don't know if I like it as much, but it's damn good.
Right.
I might.
That's what I'm at.
I'd have to dwell on that for a couple of years, I think.
Yeah, I think the original will always be the original for me, but Stevie is like the only guy that could have done it.
Right.
And the fact that he did it instrumentally and he didn't try to be Jimmy, but he went like, he has such a clean way of playing. Like he goes after it, but it's so like textbook. It's like you don't get the feeling that he's at the end of his rope at all.
Right.
He's just so clean. And I think Jimmy is a little more like free with it. And I think
he flies by the seat of his pants. That's what Jimmy
yeah.
is.
The whole band is a little more like kind of free with it, but
yeah. Well, Jimmy was on acid, so sure.
That's fair.
A lot of acid.
I don't get that at all.
A little bit.
I don't know about the rest of you guys, but like the best I can do is like play a little high, you know, like on any kind of like really guns or anything like it's really, really difficult. Like I don't see how I don't know how the people in the 60s and 70s did it. Either
yeah, no, I could play drunk, but I can't play high.
Yeah, I could play high, but like mildly high. You know, I never play on acid.
And I just can't play.
Well, I can't either. It doesn't keep me from trying.
But
Scott's on PCP all the time, so
right now.
the look is like, shut up, Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to expose that.
My mom's watching this, Dave. My mom's not watching this.
Sorry, Mrs. Cole.
Sorry, man.
All right. Well, we did all our songs today.
Yeah.
You got through them all?
I think we've done our homework.
I think Don only took about 50% of the talking time.
Well, like I said, it's like I'm pre-editing right now. That's the thing. I'm like, all right, I don't want to have to go through all this bullshit again, so I'm just going to keep it short, you know? It's like anytime I start saying something like, oh, so basically, all right, or like, you know, well, ultimately, all right,
hey, man,
stop, you know?
You're the ones who got to edit it.
That's the thing, you know, so. But before we go, Scott, you got anything coming up or anything that you want us to listen to, anything to download? What's up?
Uncle Spud's working on a new album. I don't know when it'll be out, but we have, you can find us at unclespud.bandcamp.com or Uncle Spud Official on Instagram. Mud Blossom and the Mail Club is working on an album. We're always recording little one-offs and stuff. I'm in between recording right now. And you can find that stuff at mudblossomandthemailclub.bandcamp.com and mudblossomandthemailclub at Instagram.
Is it mail club like postal service mail or mail as in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I don't know if you can see it on I have a little envelope on my leg.
Oh, okay.
I have an envelope on my desk.
Here you go.
Push the.
Let's bring these out again just for fun.
Excuse me, fellas. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Envelope.
Oh, envelope. So
that's how it's pronounced.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Do you eat scallops or do you eat scallops?
Scallops.
Don't eat either of those.
I don't eat them. Yeah, I just don't. Can't say it. I'm not gonna eat it.
You know what? It's like I just thought of a joke. It's like, do you pull Scott's leg or are you pushing his envelope?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a joke in there somewhere. There's
somewhere deep.
Somewhere. You can have that one though, Scott. Like, you know, just, you know.
Thank you. I should have put the envelope tattoo somewhere else. And I could have said, I'm not even going to go there.
Scott, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It was nice having you.
This was
It
fun.
good to have somebody else on the forum.
Yeah, it was good to be here. I was going to make a joke that I was going to pick either Metallica's Whiskey in the Jar or Metallica's Turn the Page, but I didn't know if you guys would get my call back.
Yeah, I get it.
I didn't want everybody to look at me like, oh, what a dick.
Turn the page, ruin Metallica.
No, I don't think so. I think it was the kid who came up with Napster with Metallica. Then everybody realized just how much how douchey
was me.
ours was.
We've been overpaying for music all these years.
Yep. So it's like,
Dude, this all is very true, but I'm the one who called James Hetfield and said, "Hey, dude, have you heard of this Napster thing?"
That'd be awesome. See if he could like sponsor us and stuff, like, for Napster.
I did it back in '92.
So it's been around for a while. It's a trusted company. It's over 18 years old. Yeah.
That's how quick.
All right, we're running out of time on our timer.
All right, folks. So
Yeah, right.
again,
We only
appreciate
have 30 seconds left.
Scott. We'll be sending you links. You'll get links to all this stuff. And take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a good day. Peace.
Thank you. Subscribe. Okay, I think we're gonna run out of time here in a minute.
Thanks, Scott.
Here we go.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. We had 7 minutes left.
Wow.
That's enough. Enough of this. Enough.
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up.
Scott, are you prepared to fill in when we get rid of John?
I ramble probably just about as much, so I mean, it might be the candidate.
We'll have you back on. So
Cool.
You can't have a talk show without talking.
So true. So true indeed. So, well, listen, I'm going to end this because I got to get my ass back out on the road right now. And, but thanks again, Scott.
Absolutely.
It's Mud Blossom
And the Mail Club.
and the Mail Club and then Uncle Spud. So very good. Tony's at Cooperstone Badge. Dave, Rabid Gorilla Records. And then me, you can find me at RockBranded or any place else. And as always, every Tuesday before 8 o'clock or so, the new podcast goes up. So this one should go up next Tuesday, Scott. I don't know if you, I'll send you all the links and everything. Just keep an eye on the group chat. So.
Cool. Sounds good.
Did that make the wall behind you, Tony?
It's going to, yeah. I'm going to put it right over here. I need to tape.
I think that's great. I love it. I love it. It's like I've been pranked. I feel like I started a podcast with Ashton Kutcher.
Ow.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts, John.
Peace out. I'll be in touch. You guys take care.
Fill
See you,
in my
everybody.
car.